happens, 'cause the music makes me high. And if I only got one more night, I'm gonna leave out a loud goodbye.
This gonna be the type of night they make movies.
What up?
about.
What up?
Bitch
What up?
niggas
It's your boy, Mr.
drug.
Devon. Mr. Devon Channel Sweatbox. We back. We live. We active here on the channel. Yes, indeed. Oh, excuse me. Still dodging those digital jabs, even as I have to burp and not burp on camera to make it look like I'm semi-professional, even though I'm not. Let's talk about Halo, episode 4. Yeah, episode 4. Okay, this show. First of all, I'm not bad. I'm still very much enjoying this show, and I like this episode for all of the story we got. We got a lot of story, but I want some action. I missed the action. We didn't get a lot of action. We haven't had an action scene like episode 1 since episode 1. That's it, and we're on episode 5. Now, I'm being patient because it looks like next week we're gonna get a good episode. We're gonna get some action, but I need some action. This is supposed to be an action series. Now, aside from that, I like this episode a lot. There's a lot that I did. There's a lot that I did like about this episode, despite the fact that we didn't get a lot of action. Specifically, the things that I'm going to focus on is the story with Kai. I'm not sure what her number is, but Kai's story of her taking out her chip after she saw Master Chief do it. I loved it. Oh, when she dyed her hair red, and then her whole conversation with Miranda Keys, I thought was dope. I thought the whole conversation with Miranda Keys was awesome. Their interaction, you know what I'm saying, how Miranda was talking to them, and I love their information that she was able to give them about the Sangheili and the Covenant. The scene where she picks up the needler, I was like, oh, I didn't like the coloring of it. I was like, oh, but again, it wasn't powered up, so I understand that. And you've shown it to me now. You gotta let me see the needler in action now. I don't care. You gotta do it. You gotta give me the needler in action. But that was a great scene. The whole scene with Kai talking to Miranda Keys was dope. Everything with Kai in this episode, everything with her, when she dyes her hair, takes out everything with her is awesome, and I'm invested now. I want to see where her story is gonna go. So shouts out to Kai for that. I like that. Shouts out for the Halo series for that. That was great. I love that. The other thing that I liked, everything with John, Cortana, and Halsey on Planet Iridium. I think it was called. It did whatever it is. That planet that they were on, I love that. Everything on that was awesome. Even though it was slow and a little plotting, I still dug it because I love the story. I love the story and how he finds out. He finds as the episode goes on, he finds out I can't trust Halsey. She's lying to me. She was there. She's not telling me this. I was eating it up. I was eating all of that up. I was eating all of it up. The scene of him walking through the house as Cortana was trying to reimagine what the house looked like, where he was like, no, the table wasn't over there. It was over there. So Cortana moved the table. And then she was like, well, it's too much damage. I can't, because he was still remembering. He remembered everything. They're like, are you doing this? Cortana was like, I ain't doing this. And he was just in another zone. I loved it. But then I loved how the mistrust that they're showing develop between him and Halsey. I love that development. I'm here for all of that. I am here for all of that. We didn't get any Covenant in this episode, and that sucked. That sucked big time. Because as far as we know, Maquis still on her way to Magical. And we didn't get any of that, and that sucked. Now to the part of the story that I did not like. Now, I liked parts of it because, and I think they knew this, because the character of Soren continues to be awesome. I love Soren as a character. I love everything he does. He's great. Joaquin Woodbine is crushing it. I love the character of Soren. Y'all better not kill him off. He gotta last at least through season 2. At the end of season 2, I give you permission to kill Soren. But until then, y'all gotta let him ride. Y'all gotta let him ride. He's a great character. I wish I could say the same about Kwan Ha. She is getting on my nerves as a character. I understand, and there's part of me that understands the grief that she's going through as far as her losing her father and everything. But she saw the fucking Covenant. They almost killed her. Why is she acting like the Covenant is not a big deal? She's been acting like that since Chief saved her. She didn't want to help when Miranda asked her to help to speak, and I get that. I kind of understood. But now she's back on Magical, acting like the Covenant ain't real. Like her father's death was the biggest thing. I mean, I'm like, come on. Come on, they're making her extremely unlikable. I'm not. It's getting past the point of empathizing with Kwan Ha. She's becoming unlikable as a character, and you don't do that. The only saving grace is the fact that she's with Soren, and Soren is so likable as a character, and their dynamic as a pairing is kind of cool. Kind of cool. I love that. He got so bad when they broke down his ship, and then he just jacks the little biker dude. I love that. I love the scene when he comes and rescues Quan from the assassin. The scene with the assassin was even cool. The bad dude, I can't remember his name. On Magical, that scene where he's naked in his bathtub talking to the assassin. I was like, what was that? But that was a good scene. When the assassin comes and murders her aunt right in front of her. But the Kwan Ha character, I have just not connected with. That is the only character on the show that I have not connected with. So hopefully they can do something to salvage that. But I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling her as a character at all. So yeah, they need to improve on that. That's my biggest criticism of the show so far. Other than that, I'm digging the show a lot. And like I said, there wasn't. I'm not gonna say there wasn't any action, because there was a little action. The whole shootout scene when the assassin came to get it, that was a good scene. You know what I'm saying? When the assassin jumped out the window and did the little parkour down the shit, that shit was hard. The way Soren busts at her with the strap was he just came in the room. But hey, blah, just started letting loose. I like Soren. I like that. And I like the stuff on Magical, despite the scenery on Magical. I like the place of Magical. I think it looks really cool when they're walking through that whole market and you see like the dudes selling the battle rifle. I was like, oh shit! It looks super accurate. The lore accuracy of the stuff on the show, I think, is good. Like I saw some stupid video on on YouTube where like the warthog sounds weird. Like you guys are. Let me just say this right now, and I mean this. To all you Halo enthusiasts or purists, whoever you want to call it, that keep shitting on the show, look, man, I'm not saying you don't have the right to your opinion, but shut the fuck up, okay? You guys are overreacting. The show is not bad. This is actually a very good show. You guys just don't want to give it a chance, and you guys are hating because of that. I'm not fucking with you guys. I'm fucking with the people who are giving the show a chance and are actually into it because of what it is. The game's the game. Let the game be the game. They established from the jump that this is different. If you ain't on board with it, then don't watch. Simple as that. So if you ain't on board with the Halo show, stop watching and stop posting reviews about it, because I'm coming for your necks. Anybody who's posting negative Halo reviews, I'm coming for your throat, son. I'm just joking. I don't give a fuck. Post what you want. I don't care. But I like the show. I think it's dope. Next week, it looks like we're going to get some good action, because the episode ends. This episode ends with them finding the giant other piece of the Forerunner tech on John's home planet, and it gets the flashback that he touched it back when he was young as a kid. He found it. That's why he was drawing all the pictures and all that. Yeah. So in the next week's preview, it looks like the UNSC is going to set up kind of a base and try to remove that, remove the artifact from the planet. The Covenant finds out, and it's going to look like there's going to be a battle on the planet next week for that. But we'll see. We'll see. I hope that's what happens, because I want some action. Next week, Halo, Episode 5. Make sure you're here for it. Episode 4 was good. Give me some action. That's all I want. Fix the Quan character. Those are my 2 gripes. And the first one, that's going to be settled. I don't know if y'all going to be able to fix that Quan character. She's becoming very unlikable. Anyway, other than that, the show's great. I love it. Keep it up. Until next week, you know how we do. Make sure you check out the travel vlogs. Make sure you check out all the other stuff. Just come check out my channel. Have a good time. We got a lot of good content on here. Until next time, got allergies acting up a little bit. You know how we do. Peace.
I'ma go to the ends with you. I'ma go.